shots by Neil. But these have been a lot of close rounds, so I think Lions doing a really good job of, playing the situations correctly. When they know they can't win, they've been saving and making sure they get another gun round so Navi can't... Navi hasn't successfully broken their money yet, and I think that's the important part for Lions. Like you said, Threat likes a lot of money to work with his team. They like running dual ops on CT. I think they dual op on a lot of maps that most teams don't. I don't think you see a lot of teams dual op on this map. I don't think you see a lot of teams dual op on Inferno, and some teams do it on Dust too, but not as much as they do. So I think money really helps this team, like you said earlier.
Yep.
Do you think their dual op setups give them any sort of advantage, or is it more so that when they're hitting their shots, it just becomes annoying?
I guess it's just hard to play against in general because most teams don't do it. So if you get an early pick somewhere, it just kind of makes it hard to run your strats, and you kind of have to adapt. And if you're not used to playing against that, it can be a bitch to play against.
Yeah, for sure. Just minimizing to check Fnatic mouse to tell me if that gets unpaused. 12-12 all right now for that game, for Mouse versus Fnatic.
Say 13-12 even for Fnatic, and Fnatic Mouse was up 12-6 at one point, so Fnatic mounting a comeback there. I guess 7 straight rounds. My stomach is just hurting from hunger. I'm gonna kill my brother. Not to eat, because he ate my food. That's the reason.
Well, you could just kill him and eat him anyways. Like Edward Gein.
You wonder what's causing this pause right now. It could be a timeout by Navi, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, the way this half is going, I mean, if Lions won another round or two, you gotta see that Navi's gotta be a bit concerned with how things are turning out. I mean, Lions. I think Lions is on course, like I said before, to win 10-5.
Do you think that's enough for them?
With Pistol, I do. Without Pistol, I haven't watched this team play a lot on Mirage, so I really don't know what to expect from them. I know that they generally are pretty CT-sided and they'll have a lot of strats, and I don't think...
they just rushed up middle all by himself and took out Markov, by the way, just really early on.
Yeah, I think Lions are feeling confident right now, and I think that's bad for Navi, because the way that Lions plays is a lot of what I think a lot of people would deem scrimmy. They do a lot of peeks and pushes, like solo or with pop flashes. That would annoy a lot of teams, I think. Like, when you're just scrimming for them, you'd think, like, he's not going to do that when it matters, but they do. They do that, and when they're winning, they do it more, and that...
Yeah.
And that can get really frustrating for people, I think. Nico's going to use this guy in the head right here, Edward, on the lower underpass, so it's kind of a funny round. Crystal opping Zeus.
This really is a map where Navi's slow walking up style really just isn't going to work. Like, they're not going to be able to walk places against those dual ops, so they definitely have to do something, and that was a timeout for Navi.
Yeah, the only place you can really walk, like I said earlier, is B. That's the only place I feel like is a legitimate place to walk. But if you have an op there, it gets really hard too.
Yep. Lions isn't opping in B though. Nico's always opping by like window room and just kind of helping around that area.
Yeah, well, I think sometimes he's like in. Do you mean the window of mid? But
yeah.
he's in the window of
both windows.
The checker. I don't know what you call it. We call it checker room.
Well, you can just smoke that out and rush B.
Yeah.
I think Navi really should use B more. Zeus opens up with the Deagle headshots on Neil. He gets Xenia too.
Crystal just rushing forward. Nice quick round there by Lions. I mean, at this point in time, I think they can buy for the rest of the half with the amount of money they have. Like,
yeah.
Threat and Crystal probably have around 16,000, I think. Maybe not exactly, but...
Everybody except Virte has over 10k, I think. At least Nico, Threat, and Crystal.
And Fire's been doing kind of a weird role by... He's been the one doing the aggressive. He's pushed mid. He's pushed that T-ramp. he's done all the dirty work, pushing the halls. Like,
Yeah.
right now, he's playing aggressive on the halls right now. He's going aggressive there. He's just charging Zeus. He's blind, though. That's kind of an interesting way to die. Crystal gets a nade kill. He was just going to go aggressive here. Takes out one.
Let's see if Edward is going to be able to get the bomb down. It looks like he's going to get the bomb plant there.
Stark's just charging kind of unnecessarily, I think.
Well, the problem is he didn't know how far Nico was, and he had to
Yeah.
kind of cover that ramp for his teammate to get the bomb down. It's really hard site to plan in. Markov right now covering CT spawn boxes. Edward just kind of hiding in the site. And this is a really important 2 versus 2 for Navi.
Nice shot by Edward. Just a side kill. Threat should just look to get guns, I think. Just taken up by Markov.
A nice round by Navi there. And now they
Yeah.
just really have to get these last 2 rounds. Give them some momentum and just enough rounds to work with for the CT side. I think they also do need the second half pistol though.
Lions.
No, Navi.
Oh, yeah.
Markov with a
Oh,
nice
nice shot.
pick on Ferte. Got out the round.
They're just rushing up into the A site. Neil's in a spot not blind. Takes out one, takes out two. With the Fama, just unleashing the fury.
This round is looking pretty good for Navi though. If they can just get the bomb down. Yep. Zany has pushed up in a good spot there. He's very likely to kill Threat. Yep, and there goes Threat.
If Threat got that kill, it would have been... Oh, nice kill there, Crystal.
Both
Fantastic.
Markelov and Zany are peeking kind of oddly. Like I'm not sure if those peaks were really necessary. That was actually a really close defuse. And Navi better be thanking Markelov for winning that clutch as well. I really don't understand why Zany was peeking that much. It really wasn't necessary at all. He could have just as well just held an angle for him to run into the site. But luckily for them, Markelov is and has been on fire.
Probably the best player of the tournament.
Yeah, I would say so. I think that's a fair assessment. They're doing their B default again. We'll see if Markelov picks up Threat when he jumps up here.
He's been
Markelov's
playing a
holding.
bit more passive lately, though, so the last couple times I've checked, he hasn't been playing as dumb. Nico holding kind of a weird... Like, right now, Nico's going to take the first shot before they jump out, and then Threat's going to get some easy kills, I think.
Ferte already pushed up really aggressively once again.
Oh, nice by Threat. Threat with a triple kill on them. 4 kills by
Make that
Threat.
4 kills.
Oh, Threat's first ace versus a good team online. On a gun.
Threat aces Navi to win the half 10-5.
Yeah, that's kind of what I predict with the half going the way it was. I mean, you got to figure that Navi will win a couple, like 1 or 2 rounds out of skill when it was 7-3. I figured, you know, like Markov won them 2, I guess, like, and then 1 just normal round. But yeah, I mean that's a good half. They got to be happy with that, especially how the half turned out to be like around 3-3 at the start, I believe. So Lions was looking. I was wondering if Lions was going to get put in a bad position when. No. Hello.
No, okay.
I was just wondering if I thought the half might have been a little bit worrisome for Lions at the start when they started at like 3-3, kind of trading rounds.
When they were trading rounds, it looked kind of bad. But then they had a couple clean rounds, and I think they were. I can't recall right now. I think I'm too hungry to even remember anything. But I think there was a round that Navi kind of blew like early on that I feel like they should have won, and that kind of shifted the advantage over to Lions, and it just kind of stayed there the entire match.
Yeah, and I mean those kind of unorthodox pushes by Fire by himself kind of screwed with Navi. I mean, if those picks went the other way, you gotta assume that Navi could have won a lot of those rounds, but he kept getting the kills and getting away cleanly. Even if a couple of rounds he had like 1 hit HP, just being in a 5-off-4 on a map like Mirage where you can't just walk out and you have to execute is really hard, makes it a lot harder. Like when you're on Inferno and you push halls and you kill someone, you have 4 HP. You have an advantage, but at the same time, you're gonna die really fast when the people walk into A. You know?
Yeah.
You don't have the same type of advantage that you do on a map like Nuke. Like on Nuke, when I have low HP, assuming they're not spamming NCT, I feel like I can kind of pick a random spot and just kill people on the side or something. But
yeah.
The same can't be said for maps like Dust 2 and Inferno. One of the Lions guys, or Threat, I wonder if he's talking shit about his ace to them right now.
So they said he went to the bathroom. I feel like Drake goes there at every halftime. Lots of bathroom breaks there.
He deserves it. Top fragging versus Navi. So assuming that Lions doesn't blow this match because it's looking pretty good for them, they're gonna go to Dust 2. Do you think Navi will be at all affected by this loss, assuming they do lose it?
I think they're not experienced enough on the map where they would feel like shocked to lose a map. And they are the more experienced team. They're known to just drop the map and then just win the next two. And I'm not sure. I don't think losing the second map would make much of a difference. I think they are still favorites on Dust 2 over Lions. I mean, they have to be. So while I'm sure they would rather win now, I don't think they'd be too worried.
Yeah. And what do you think will make? What do you think will make the toughest final? Like, assuming Fnatic and Mouse. And Navi versus Lions. You think like Navi versus Mouse Force?
I think Mouse Navi would be the most interesting finals, just for how playing style and everything works out. That's the final I would want to see the most. What do you think?
It seems Fnatic won the second map, so it's going to Tuscan soon.
Yeah, it looks like Fnatic actually won 10 rounds straight to come back in the second match.
Yeah, I think that Lions Fnatic would be an interesting matchup just because they're both Swedish teams. But yeah, I think Navi versus Mouse Sports would be the most close game. Scobby and Zeus will be, I think the two best tacticians left in the tournament. I mean, I think Threat's good, but not to the same level as those two.
Yeah.
Zeus missing an easy kill on the player. They're just straight planting the bomb here. He's gonna get it down.
Oh, the match went live?
Yeah. Starks.
I was not aware of that. Okay, 2 versus 2 right now. Starks and Edward against Threat and Sneal. Threat has 30 health. Starks 75-ish.
Nice shot by Threat. On Starks. Playing this properly. Edward kind of running up. Big burst headshot by Sneal. I mean, Threat's playing really well this map.
Threat has been playing well in all the matches we've watched so far, and that's kind of surprising because people have grown to expect a little less than stellar individual performances from him in comparison to the rest of his team. Like, he usually doesn't frag that much in his team, even though
yeah. Well, maybe this team has been around together for a while. Do you think maybe when someone like Threat that demands like such like defined executions and like perfect systems, when the team gets a little bit more comfortable, then it's a little bit less stress for him knowing that his team knows what they're doing, so maybe that can like allow him to concentrate more on his own game. I just PM'd him. So Lions just kind of taking this eco really slow, kind of faking towards mid B, and they're going to go back to A. Navi has one guy pushed up in the halls, but I mean, I don't see him getting more than one kill. Yeah, Markov taken out pretty easily. Not a lot of time to run back to B, so they're going to have to take the A site. Say9 kind of hiding on his balcony. I think he might have made a little bit of noise.
I'm back. I assume my mumble just died again.
Yeah. Lions taking this height. Nice shot by Zeus. Low time. The problem here is getting the bomb down. There's not really a clear spot to plant at.
Sneal gets a headshot on Edward.
Still nice shot.